Oh, bother.
Welcome to part 6 of our Norscan thematic Let's Play, Glory of the Dark Gods. In the last part, Ragnar Mortensen had retaken Trollfjord, opening up an avenue through which his lord Wulfrik the Wanderer may take vengeance upon the truthsayer of Albion, Dural Durak. Upon learning of the fall of his once enemy turned servant, Snagger the Terror, to the hands of a skinny druid and his acolytes, Wulfrik became enraged. Not at the loss of a comrade, but at the shame such a loss had brought upon his newly established kingdom. The Dark Gods have no patience for failure, and Wulfrik is already cursed. This painted fool would pay for this slight, and pay he did. Though the coward fled into the wilderness, his followers were not so lucky, as the World Walkers butchered them to a man. Now the forces of Wulfrik find themselves setting sail towards Albion itself. After all, the Mud Dwellers will want to know how the expedition has fared. And here we go. Now I do hope that you all enjoyed that little bit of an intro. I have been thinking about doing something like that for quite a while, so let me know how you take it, and maybe we will continue to add those in. If not every episode, then you know, every few episodes or something like that to get us caught up. That being said, we do have some action to take right after this in turn. But before we do that, we also have to set a new edict for our province. We're going to go with growth. And now we can end that turn. And guys, I do apologize. I always forget to hit the end turn button before I actually close out an episode. Probably be good to do my little closing bit as the turn goes, but I always worry that something cool is going to happen during the end turn, and I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So Ragnar Mortensen is preparing to vanguard once again as we land on Albion, followed shortly thereafter by Wulfrik, but we've got to actually get on these shores before we can take them, right? That being said, I do hope that this episode finds you all well. If you've tuned in to my other Let's Plays this week, then welcome back. If you have not, then I do apologize for the gap in content, but real life is what it is. All of that being said, let's go ahead and hit our topic for today. I would like to know which of the forgotten races is your favorite. And when I say forgotten, I don't mean stuff that didn't get a lot of lore and now gets a lot of lore. Looking at you, Cathay. I'm talking more about the ones that have not come around. Now, my favorite, even though I hope deeply for Nippon, I think that my favorite of the forgotten races is the Amazons. I think that they had so much potential to be really cool, and they just kind of got glossed over. I would really have liked to have seen more about them rather than them just be kind of a footnote in a lore blurb, right? And it looks like, oh, good lord, I thought that we were about to freeze. That does happen occasionally, but the game has been relatively stable considering that I'm playing with 160 plus mods, you know. Anyway, that being said, every time I just hold my breath. I just hold my breath, you guys. I do apologize that these interns are so long. However, it kind of comes with the territory of having so many mods, such a big world, so many factions, and CA's little buff to AI intelligence, quote unquote, that they say has slowed down the turn times. Now, the Knights of the Flame have been eliminated. No thanks. Festone has also been eliminated. The Warherd of the Famine Fiend, I can see them being useful. And Clan Grudge, no thanks, we're not doing Skaven. And it looks like Radford the Wolf is ready for duty, as is his compatriot Angram Frostaxe, his wife Rana of the Wood. I'm not going to pronounce that name. One Eye, and that should be it. Speaking of heroes, we've left little Morella behind, but she won't be too far behind.
To the four corners.
And let's bring down the rest of this new hero crew as well.
Captain of the Glade Guard.
Captain of the Glade Guard in Norsca. Very interesting that she would say that. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there is a new mod that or there is an incoming mod that is going to be adding custom voices. Yes, that's right, you heard me. Someone has figured out how to add voices into this game, and it is going to be glorious. I hope that this technology is shared widely and freely and used well, because it is very exciting. Let's try and land him right about here. There we go. And the rest of the forces will have to wait, but it looks like we have, through raiding, been able to secure ourselves. So, and if they attack us, Wulfrik will back us up, even though he is in a force march stance. He can still come and assist us. Thankfully for that. Now, obviously, we cannot afford to build anything, really. We are still waiting for our expedition to pay off. So, let's go ahead and end that turn again. And I think out of all of my Let's Plays, this one actually gets the furthest as far as in turns go. Which is kind of a shame. I am considering, and you guys let me know what you think about it, but I am considering at some point in the future letting the Rome 2 campaigns kind of peter off in favor of a different mod set. The battles in Radius are just so long, so taxing, and if you've been paying attention to the way that I do my battles, I always play them and then I replay them so that you guys don't have to just watch me fly around the map in a manic mess. But that does get a little bit time consuming when every battle is 25 to 40 minutes. It's a little rough. Almost to the point where I don't enjoy playing one of the games that I very much enjoy. And I had never really noticed that with Radius, but it has become more and more prevalent as time has gone on. But just let me know what your opinion is on that. If you'd like me to continue on the course we're on, great. If not, then we'll see what we can do to kind of bring it back to where the Empire is in Rome. But that is more of a conversation for that Let's Play. So let's get back to this one. Now, the forces of Ragnar and Wulfrik, the goal for this episode is going to be the destruction of the Albionese people. We're going to be really just trying to take the entire island. Something to keep in mind that when you're invading Albion, especially playing with this mod, is you will be subject at some point to the weather events, which is part of their campaign mechanics. So just something to keep in mind when you're attacking the forces of Albion on their home turf. they are supposed to be a defensive force, not an attacking force, but because they chose to come out of the mist and attack us, we have we have the upper hand, really. And speaking of the upper hand, give me just a second. We're gonna reject Numos, no thanks. We don't want the Thunder Guts. The Blood Keepers sound like they're right up our alley. The Harbinger of Disaster, I believe that's Morgar no, not Morgar. That is the Crow Father. I can't remember his name right now. And the Urson Revivalist, I think, will hold off on bringing Boris into the mix. Malagor the Dark Omen, not the Beast Father. I'm getting my Beastmen confused. All right, the Citadel of Lead is ready to fall. And let's make sure that we're bringing Wulfrik out of his stance. There we go. And let's get right on into this battle.
Demons will come.
Demons will come. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion has spoken. And he is quite the champion indeed. With his Nurgle axe, his Cornate shield, his Zinchian helmet, and Slaneshi paulders, accompanied by those sweet-ass, undivided boots that he's rocking. You know that this man is all about it, and he's going to kill some Albion warriors today. Now, looking across the field, the warriors of Albion have brought with them quite a few two-handed axemen, as well as these huntresses. Now, they are dangerous, something you want to keep an eye out on. You definitely don't want to underestimate these girls. And it doesn't look like they have a actual leader here, and that's something that I will say that I think every garrison should have. They should all have a leader, right? Shouldn't just be a bunch of a random mixture of dudes and girls, right? Gotta have somebody who's leading the charge. And there he goes now, charging on in. Speaking of, taking more arrows than Boromir himself. And it looks like some of the Albion warriors have taken some of those arrows as well.
Mind their tentacles!
Beautiful hits, beautiful hits. Now, outside of Ragnar, we've got to look at the other forces, see how they're doing. And I gotta say, Norskins wish that they could be as jacked as these guys. Look at their back muscles. That's crazy. Jumping across the battlefield, it is an infantry on infantry kind of day. Although we do have our cavalry forces over here trying not to get wrecked by these spearmen. I believe we were trying to go for these. Yep, there they are. We were trying to get a hold of the slingers over here, but the spearmen popped out of the wood line. Not that their cavalry are faring any better. Our javelins are annihilating them. That's not going to stop these ladies from returning fire, though. And like I said before, their arrows are deadly. Take a look at that. Ooh! Not going to say where that one hit. And the cavalry is going to have to recover at some point. Those slingers cannot continue to be unopposed. It does, however, look like we have begun to collapse down onto their ranks. And what's that coming out of the woods? Looks like Wulfrik has sent us a gift to help finish this battle off. Here it comes. Ooh, and a massacre. Oh no, my man. All right, well, you guys know that this is about to be over, so I'll let it play out, but I will see you guys back on the campaign map. Good God. And a decisive victory for the forces of Norsca. Oh, I was hoping for another promotion, but that's okay. And of course, this is not Norscan territory. I'm gonna sack it.
Now is chaos.
And then we're of course going to occupy it. And now that we've got all this money from sacking, we're going to expand the army. Got to be even more prepared for the next one.
Masters, yes. Embarking.
And Wulfrik is now in the realm of Conquata and will be taking it here shortly.
The eternal challenger.
Let's see what we can do for him. I don't know why he got a promotion out of that battle when he didn't do any of the fighting, but he is the king of this petty kingdom, so why not? Let's see. Let's give it... growth, no thank you. He's a duelist, so let's keep making him better at dueling people. Dazhar Doom Axe. Give him the Flames of Asgore.
Give me Makas. For chaos.
And let's see what we can do with him. Nothing. He has not earned a single thing. In fact, it looks like his stuff is broken. Don't know what that's about. I'll have to take a look into that later. He might just look like this for the rest of the campaign. Not sure. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. Oh, that was a little scary. He did get Norscan pauldrons and a Marauder pauldron of Nurgle. Let's check that out. No, we don't want to be green. But I will take that armor of plus 35. That's pretty sweet. Although that speed was pretty nice. Let's see. Up to 41 on speed. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay without the speed. Let's take a look at his head. A Nurgle Marauder helm. Don't want his jaw falling off, so no thank you. How about these Slaanesh Marauder greaves? I like that. But it doesn't, it only gives us charge bonus. I want more speed. We'll keep the Norscan decorated greaves for now. Still no talisman. In his hand, we could switch to the Slaanesh Spike Axe. Spike Axe? Not Spike Axe. That's going to give us armor piercing, but it takes away from our base weapon damage. But not by too much, so let's go for the armor piercing for sure. And then in our offhand, we can take upon us the Corn Wooden Shield. That's going to give us spell resistance plus 25% and a missile block chance, but it doesn't really help with our melee defense. And we're already struggling a little bit, so we're going to drop that for now. I do apologize for the awkward silence there. I had to step away for just a second.
My challenge.
Could have waited for one of our long interns, but you guys know how it goes.
They will be dominated.
All right, and before I actually skip the buildings, let's upgrade some of our stuff. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Grayling Moot while we're out here, as well as bringing a beast tamer. There we go. And let's get a fur stash here as well. And that should be good for now. And it looks like we've spent most of our income already, but that's okay. And you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and bring another legendary lord into our... Oh, good. Into our retinue. We're going to bring Radford the Wolf to lead his... we're going to call them a fellowship.
I guide the tri-gift from the shadows.
Chosen defender of Athelloren. Kernus guide my hand. The hunt shall be tireless.
Now these guys were definitely a close second for my pick. Actually, had I been able to use the Norscan with this faction, I would have gone with them instead of Wulfrik. I just feel like they have a cooler story, but that's okay. We'll get to see some of their story as unfold as we continue. That will be our last building of this turn, and let's hit it.
Are you tempted?
I keep forgetting about little Morella. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little Morella. Now, that being said, I wanted to discuss some goings on in the community. Now, I'm sure that you guys are sick and tired of, at least I am, sick and tired of hearing everyone and their mom talk about how badly Pharaoh's doing. But because I have not been contributing to the Pharaoh player count, I was curious if any of you would like to watch me play Pharaoh, and if so, who you would like to watch me play. I've been kicking the thought around of starting a campaign, maybe a bad guy campaign. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I don't really know who I would want to play as. One of the bad guys for sure. Maybe the son who got looked over, the one down in the south who's gold hungry, or the usurper up in the not Haitian. Why am I thinking Haitian? Up in Haiti. The Hittites. There we go. The Hittite usurper, or the Ravager who got his own like big showcase. Ursu, I think was his name. I would say it would probably be one of those three, or the rightful heir to the Egyptian throne. He seems like a capital D dick, and I'm thinking he'd be a lot of fun to play with. And he probably suits my playstyle as well, from what I took from the like 30 minutes of play that I did. I did take a look at him, and he really just likes to throw troops at a problem, which sounds a lot like my playstyle. I'm very macro. But you guys let me know if you're interested in seeing some Pharaoh gameplay on this channel. Maybe it would pique your interest as well. I know everyone else in the community is just beating down on the game, but from what I've seen and what I've played of it, it seems like a pretty solid game. I just wasn't interested in it like I would have been if they would have announced Empire 2 / Victoria Total War, or Medieval 3, obviously. Although I'm still holding out hope for the eventual Lord of the Rings Total War if it survives that long to get that license. Of course, if the Gollum game can get that license, I don't see why CA can't. Slanwapek, no thanks. The cross clubs, you can keep them. Subtle torture, sure. Septic Claw, why not? And Drakenhof Conclave, we don't do undead up here. Abrax the Bloody has joined our ranks, which is awesome. Don't even know exactly. Oh, he was ready for duty. I'm sorry. I wonder who else joined our ranks.
Of the tribe.
We got an Exalted Lord of Change, bunch of Marauder Chieftains, that's awesome, and our Legendary Lords, who we've just got so many of now. Alright, and we won't have Ragnar take on the primary force here at Conquata. We will have Wulfrik doing that. Good lord, we better come out with some big money on this one. And it looks like they're ready for us.
Drown them. Ready! Onward to destruction! This is why.
Build that up. Looks like a Pyrrhic victory. But you guys know I have a rule. I will not attack with ladders. That's not my thing. And we would be completely reliant on our mammoth. So I don't know that that's the direction that we really want to take. So we're going to wait one more turn. Sorry, you guys know I don't want this to be in-turn simulator. Man, we're really struggling with FPS over here. Don't know what that's about. But hopefully we'll be able to get Little Morella into this battle if if Conquata holds for us. We'll just take a Norscan battering ram. We're not really the siege tower type in this campaign. So and I guess for a final topic of discussion, I'm curious if you guys would like it if I started actually doing a discussion series where we talk about what's going on all around the community, what we should expect from Creative Assembly, and you know, hopeful stuff like what's coming in the future. I really want to talk about that kind of stuff, and I always feel like I'm kind of shoehorning it into these Let's Play episodes. And you know, that's just something I've been kicking around up in the old noggin, especially with the upcoming patch. Don't know when it's gonna drop exactly, but I expect that it will definitely be here in the next couple weeks. And you guys know when they release a big patch, it not only destroys mods, but it destroys saves. So I am a little bit afraid that we're going to lose our campaigns, unfortunately. Not something that I really want to happen, of course, but when it happens, it's just part of rolling with the punches on that. Might be better if I focus on one campaign at a time, and just break it up like that instead of having two campaigns running. But that is a discussion for the future. So you guys just let me know what you think about that, and I'll take that and, you know, chew on it or whatever. And it looks like they want to come out and fight us. Wonderful. That is exactly how we like it. And you know what? This guy deserves Cadron O. Brocklin. Brolchain? Brolchain. We're gonna call him Brolchain. Kadrin old Brolchain is going to be put to the sword nobly.
So be it.
So be it. The noble words of a noble king. And he is the king. Whether he is the king of all of Norsca or not is a different story, but it is something he's working on, that I can assure you. There we go. And here they come. That was ugly. Wulfrik said, don't charge until you see the whites in their eyes. And here we go. Sometimes when I watch Total War battles, I think back to an old Total War competitor. And I don't know that it ever meant to be a competitor, but it was probably the game that had the best shot back in the day. And it was called Rise. Not Rise, Son of Rome. I want to say it was Rise and Fall. There we go. Rise and Fall. Civilizations at War. If you've never played that game, do me a favor, go check that crap out. It was so cool. I wish I could get my hands on it now. Oh, and a nasty hit from one of these druids. This bloody battle, there is no clear victors here. And I can see why now they think that they had a chance if they came on out. And their champion has made a mistake trying to hunt for our Chaos Dwarf. Clearly he didn't know that our Mammoth was a very good friend. And now here we go. We've got the forces of Ragnar coming on in for a big flanking maneuver. He knows our drill. We're going to come down and we're going to sweep these forces on out of here. But they do have some very dangerous looking forces sitting here on our far flank. Going to be a pretty tough fight on Ragnar's hands. Heading back towards the center of the battle. Let's see if we can find our boy Wulfrik, and there he is. Oh, getting shot at again. It'll only be a matter of time before we find their leader and bring him to his knees. It looks like the full surround off has taken place. These forces should be coming down any moment. Although these bad boys right here look like they're not ready to give up even remotely.
The glory!
Ooh, horseman down. And what is that? That, my friends, is our enemy. You gotta give it to the people of Albion. Even their wizards are jacked. Of course, he's not stupid enough to fight our boy Wulfrik. He's trying to get away.
Come on, boy, get your blade out!
Sing the blood
Looks like our javelins are putting in that work again. Oh, 2 to the face. And their lines are starting to collapse. Well, guys, you know the drill. I'm going to let this play out, but I will see you back on the campaign map.
God rages! Wave us slaughter! The gods compel us to murder, but I do it freely! Raise them, silent fools! Make them pay! Every man for himself! Take it all, including their lives! They are sheep! Weak sheep! Slaughter them! Men are wavering! Wait till they get louder! Raise the southern fools! Make them pay!
And a bloody battle, but it doesn't look like we lost any of our units, even though some of them came terribly close. We're gonna have to look next episode at raising some of these guys up. In fact, why don't we take a look at that right now? We're gonna sacrifice these captives. And keep in mind that we still have not taken
When
Conquata.
I'm angry, I make challenges.
And this is a dark pact that the World Walkers can definitely get behind. Grand Barony of Hockland, no thank. The Legion of Terror, as cool as you sound, no thank you. Clan Scrat, we don't do Skaven. Kathik, no. And the Magathian, why not?
will not obey. Not likely.
All right, our enemies are ready to fall, and the fall of Conquata will come in the next episode. But until then, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll catch you next time. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know, because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.